Hey, this is Jay with Royal Lane Company. Got a new video for you on a property that we just acquired. Had a chance to go down, do a little bit of work on it, and it's ready to sell. On our website, the name of this property is Private Drive to Your Private Life. This is a very secluded property down this private road. There's one other house uh, at the very end of this over on the other side of the street. So let's see where this thing's located first. So here's Google Earth. Down here, Springfield, St. Louis, Kansas City. We're in the center of the state, just to the north of Lake of the Ozarks, up in Morgan County. The property is located right off of Highway 135 that runs between Stover and Laurie. Uh, Down here is Camdenton. Here's for sales. You'll just need to get on 135, and it's a little bit tricky to find. I'll give you a couple of hints. This road to the north, Black Elk Lane. Here's Candy Lane and Leaning Tree Road. These last two to the southeast, and this one's up to the northwest. So at least you'll have some road signs to be looking for, because this road that comes down to our property, like I said, is a private drive, so there's no street signs up here. That down here is that neighbor house that I told you about earlier. Let's get in. We'll take a look at some pictures and see if we can make a little more sense out of this thing. We'll do some split screen. There we go. And so as you're coming down 135 from the northwest headed southeast, this is what it looks like. So this mailbox is right up here on the corner, and we stuck a sign out to kind of help. But this is a pretty rocky area, and so you never know whether that sign's still going to be there. This mailbox number may help you out. It's 25246, I assume, Highway 135, probably a Versailles mailing address. But this is what it looks like, even without that address, knowing these street names before and after it. It's not too much trouble to find it. Another trick, you can see the latitude and longitude that we always have on our website. If you put that into whatever mapping software you like as the destination, just the latitude number out 5 or 6 decimal places, whatever we have it, and then the longitude, be sure that the negative sign is in front of your longitude number. You're going to end up in China. And that's no joke. That's the positive 92 is over in China somewhere. So you'll be sure to have the negative 92 and change, whatever it is, on our website as your driving destination, and that will get you there. But anyway, a little bit more about this property. We can go in, and as you drive down the road, it's about a quarter of a mile from the road to the end of the property. And so, as you can see, here is this corner marker, which represents this corner. We did a little dirt work, put in this driveway and a culvert to get across there, and then opened up a trail back into the woods and kind of opened up a flat spot. That there is some definite elevation changes down this road. That it's low down on the bottom, but relatively, a lot of what you see at Lake of the Ozarks. This is not real steep terrain anywhere. All of it is really easy and comfortable to walk. So that's a bonus for a lot of people, I know. Go through, look at a few more pictures. This is this back corner post. The All of this area has been surveyed by somebody in the past, and it's all really well marked. This corner hung an extra flag because the survey marker is behind a tree. But one thing that I want to point out in this picture is for you to look and see how open the terrain is on this property. Back over here, on this neighbor behind us, you can see this really dense, thick undergrowth, which is what we run into most of the time in our wooded lots. I don't know whether it's because of just how rocky this soil is. I mean, you can't take a step without stepping on a rock on this parcel. There's no real big trees, so I assume it had been timber harvested at some point in the fairly recent past. But it's just open undergrowth, and it's pretty cool. You can see a long ways in it. If you're into to watching wildlife, or I was talking to a guy that likes to do trail riding on a motorcycle. This would be a good candidate for something like that, just because it is so open. But we'll go through, look at some more pictures, and I can show you what I'm talking about exactly. So this is actually in the clearing that we opened up, looking back up to the north. See this skint up tree right there? That'll be a reference for this next picture. So here's that skint up tree. So I've just pivoted around clockwise a little bit. We left some firewood, but you can still see. It's not bare, but you can see a long ways between these trees. I'm still just turning around clockwise, and so this is the trail that we cut back out to the road. This next picture is about halfway down that trail, looking down at the road. So it's got a wind in it a little bit. So even people that are driving down the road won't be able to look straight at the drive onto that little clearing if you choose to use that to set your camper, or you are into primitive camping, or whatever the case may be. This next picture is actually looking down the hill. So over here is that other house. But I wanted you to see this picture, to take a look at this ditch that runs across here, to give you a better idea of the terrain, and kind of see how the property lays. This last picture will kind of show you. So I was standing right here when I took that picture, looking down that way, and so this picture gives you an idea of this whole property. The fourth corner, and I failed to take a picture of it, is right in here, down between these two telephone poles, just about straight across the street from the neighbor. So if we go back and look at this property on the website, the asking price for this property is $15,500. It's right at 5 acres. I think it's 5.01 is what Google Earth calculated it out to be. And here's those GPS coordinates that I was telling you about that you're able to use as your destination in your favorite mapping software. This property is available for owner financing. That payments on this would be $288.35 a month for 72 months, 6 years. That's after the initial payment of $750, which includes $500 towards the purchase of the property, and a $250 documentation fee. We also offer a pretty significant cash discount. If you're a cash buyer for this property, be sure to give us a call and talk to us about this. But this is it's a good property. For you folks that are looking for seclusion, that are looking for a place, to get back into the woods, whether it's your camper, you're planning on building a tiny home. There's absolutely no restrictions or anything that would affect that with this property. So we get lots of calls for this kind of property, and I think that this one's going to sell pretty quick. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I can send you a Google map if you didn't have enough details here to find it. But if you just want to go look at it, take a look at it. If you're ready to buy it, give us a call. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.